What's up, YouTube? So I ended up buying another M3 on eBay. This one is a 99 as well, and it's convertible. And it looks great from like 15, 20 feet away, especially after spending 4 to 5 hours cleaning the car, scrubbing everything. But it's got some issues that were not evident in the listing and things that I was not aware of. So just a quick run through of the current state of the car. And then I'll update you as we make progress and do some work on this thing. Worth noting that the side markers, corners, and tail lamps came from my other E36 M3 project, from a parts pile I had for that. Stock headlights and fog lights, pretty yellowed. You can see the lens has actually come detached there. Normal wear and tear. We've got a little bit of rust on the leading edge of the hood. The grills were in place when I bought the car. I pulled them out. They were all faded to shit anyway. This piece is new. The one that was in here had a bunch of screw holes in it. Bumper's pretty trashed. We got an indentation here. It's missing a bunch of hardware. These are torn up, so the brake ducts are actually duct taped in. Bolts are pulled through on both sides from the rear spoiler. Got a tear here, tear there. So probably going to replace the front bumper and associated hardware, just because I'm OCD and I like to do stuff right. Because the car is so low, there's not much clearance. So at some point they'd had the wheel turned and bottomed out, and it tore the hell out of the fender. It's had some paint work. You can see where there's slightly different shade of blue. Johnny's gonna get that squared away. Dove gray interior. Not a big fan of it, I gotta be honest. Looks dingy real easy, even after scrubbing it. They did add Vader seats to it, which are kind of cool, but we're still gonna swap everything over to black because it's just such a clean look in this car. The top that was supposed to be brand new, most definitely is not. Got stitching missing here, back window's all hazy. Again, there's some paint work back here. If I catch the light right, you can see that at some point this trunk lid had a rear spoiler on there. According to the VIN number underneath, it is the original trunk lid. So I don't know if somebody along the way was like, hey, no, we want it cleaner. Let's get rid of the spoiler. Stock exhaust, surprisingly. So not totally riced out or anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Probably a Corsa. Got a dent here. You just kind of see it from the right angle. And you got some sort of crease there. Looks like it ran into something and then just refinished it. Just some weird paint artifacts that, again, Johnny will square away. Weather stripping is torn up in spots. No big deal. Can get it used or new. All right, on the inside. Seats are a little tired. No actual tears, but I mean, they look rough. They tried to, I guess, spray refinish this. Move the busted trim out of the way, and you got overspray all over the place. Not 100% sure why. Driver's side door panel was a special treat. Held on with one screw. Behind this bunch of gunk for the airbag thing here. One speaker, it's missing this one. The wiring's all butchered behind it. So is the insulation. You can see where it's torn, kind of right there. We're gonna go ahead and square all that away. I think at some point it had been a smoker's car because you got ash right here that had burned this door seal. But again, doing a color change, so we'll swap that over for black. Kick panel's torn. Dash isn't bad, but needs to be replaced. Stereo is not period correct. That's gonna go too. It's cool that it has the 18-button onboard computer and functional cruise control. Cruise control works great. 5-speed, shifts super smooth. Clutch is good. Brand new shift knob because the factory one that was in here came right off as soon as you shifted gears. I don't know what this wood grain stuff is, but it's gone because the entire center console is just loose and shoddy. So we're gonna put a black one in anyway. Yeah, I don't get this neon green stuff either, but held together with hot glue, zip ties, and duct tape throughout the car. Awesome. Hardtop doesn't really work. I mean, the button kind of works, but then you've got to push and pry and do stuff. So far from the, oh, it works at the touch of a button and it's brand new, that it was advertised with. Back seats are not bad. put them up on eBay. I should be able to recoup some of the money from them. Front seats are not bad either. They're good base Vader seats. They're manual, no heat. I do have an SRS light on the computer, or the dash. Not 100% sure why. Could be that when they put the Vaders in, they never actually reconnected the seatbelt tensioners, but again, I can square it away. Gray carpet goes away, it gets replaced with black. Let's take a peek under the hood. Ugh, it sounds terrible. It's all rattly and old and shit. It needs to be tight. Missing underhood insulation. Got the car through inspection, then it proceeded to blow a leak from the water pump, so I'm not sure. Next week we're just going to replace the entire cooling system with high performance components, because that's a weak point of this car. Little K&N filter that looks like it's never been cleaned. A hole in the mass airflow boot. Awesome. Washer squirters that weren't there when I got the car. Hey, that's where that shit goes. And not sure why the hell the AC dryer is sitting there, but the AC works. So, you know, we'll get it fixed. So, oops, I think something popped out. That's the project. And we'll see how it goes.